All right, hello, welcome. So yeah, you saw the title. I am in a Niko Omilana video somehow. I don't. I mean, I know how it happened, obviously, but by chance, hundreds or thousands of people could have been in this video, and somehow I saw it at the right time and got into it. But anyway, we're gonna watch the video. I've not seen it yet. Obviously, it just dropped right now, 1 minute ago. But yeah. Let's see. Let's see what this is saying. Bizarre. I'm also gonna go full screen, so we can actually see the video properly. And at the end of it, like I'll probably answer some questions like along and kind of give my commentary of like what actually happened and the timings. But I might do a follow-up video if you guys want to see it, just kind of breaking it down because I've got a lot of like footage and behind the scenes that they said that we can share. They said that we could share it beforehand, just if it wasn't like revealing the video or something. But now the video's out. I can probably do that if you guys want to see it and a little like behind the scenes breakdown of what actually went down. But anyway, let's get into this.
This is a penny.
Let's see.
It's £1 million. And I'm not going to stop until I make £1 million just to give it away to someone who truly deserves it. So I guess we should start with one singular penny. And this is how it's going to work. The only rule is that I can't use any of my existing platforms to make money,
sure.
But everything else is fair game. Let's do this. And with the first job, it's really important to not be creepy. Excuse me, back massage or anything?
No, thank you, no.
Anything for like £1?
Definitely not.
Foot rub, shoulder rub, back massage. Do I just look like I don't give good massages?
Look, I'm not.
I will happily pet all of your dogs for the small price of 10p.
Well, I don't walk a dog with money on me. All I've got is...
You have 10p? We were off to a great start, but just 10p at a time wasn't going to cut it. I had to think bigger. Is there any job I can get? Is it possible to get a job? Can I get a job? Job.
Yeah, you can do it.
I can work for you. You look like you all want to buy some of Mariella's ice cream.
Yeah, cool, buddy.
Yeah? I'd secured my first job and I was thriving. Thanks to my hard work, Mariella's ice cream company was absolutely booming. And as a thank you, she rewarded me with... Thank you. Thank you so much. What a stingy lady. All those sales and finish. Just kidding, she was very nice. The time was ticking, so I had to get back on the job search quick. If you want those strawberries thrown out, I'll do that.
See, the thing is, like, when he explained the video to us when we were there, when we got to the bit that, I mean, if you guys are watching this, then you've probably already seen it. So when we got to Egypt, out afterwards, we kind of explained the video to us. I knew that there was going to be all this prep, so I can only assume that this was all recorded like a year ago or over a year ago. It was a while. It might even be a year and a half at this point, because it's been like 6-7 months since, nearly 8 months since we went to Egypt. That's crazy.
Get them strawberries, I'll throw them away and I'll give you like five.
How much?
£5.
£5? Are you serious? Oh, amazing. Thank you. Oh, so now we've got a mini challenge on our hands. Best thing to do is just give it someone else. Some random person just ran up to me and gave me these strawberries and said, deal with it. I don't know where to put them because I don't want to litter and break any laws.
I just put it in.
Is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have an amazing day. Thank you.
Where's a menace?
I had to stretch the truth a little, but the money
biggest
was just
menace.
too good. But it didn't stop there, as I had another business venture in mind. I'm telling you now, all these people down here, at least one of them will buy some lemonade. Some lemonade? Some lemonade.
I have 6p.
So, oh, that's definitely not enough. But just for you guys, yeah, sure. Maybe lemonade wasn't as lucrative as I'd hoped, but I knew where I'd find the demand. If you'd like to buy some lemonade for £5 each, you need to go tell your parents, run, and be all excited. Amazing news. Now we can start making the big bucks. The big bucks were definitely on their way as word started to get out about my incredible lemonade.
You have to try it. So good.
Oh my God, it is so good. All my customers
kids are
were
jokes,
so
man.
happy. We were churning through sales and despite all odds, our supply was coming to an end. So I'll give you my final 2 lemonades for that £5.
Sure.
And look at that. Perfect. Enjoy that. We're done. Come on! I was feeling pretty happy with
Like,
my
I
new
understand that most people know who he is that are like willing to give him that amount of money, but like, if some YouTuber or something came up to me for a challenge and was like, I need a 5 or a 10 for this, yeah, it's a long day. I need that bread. But apparently, you'll see later in the video, apparently I was willing to give the most.
Says, all that was left for me to do was
Which
count
is
my day one
interesting.
earnings. £46.87. This is enough for me to take this into tomorrow, start making the investments and make some serious money. Serious money is what I needed, so I was up early to get the ball rolling on day 2. Sometimes you have to spend money to make money. This is going to change our whole life. Since barely anybody carries cash anymore, this card machine would be a game changer. But the spending didn't stop there. I needed a few more items to kickstart a brand new business. The whole business is going to be based on doubling your money. Now it's just about getting
Golf chip in there.
which is going to be easier said than done. It's not like customers are just going to appear out of nowhere. Oh, sir, would you like to double your money? Anyone want to double? You want to double your money? That was easier than expected.
Was he just gonna throw it?
But I decided not to charge the statue for his game because what he was giving us was more valuable than money. Attention. Ladies and gentlemen, this man right here is trying to double his money. The rules are very simple. The crowd can put any money they want on the line, and if they can land one of the 3 balls inside the red target, I'll double their money. It couldn't be easier. Wow, well done. Okay, have another go. In again. Oh, and just try and get it into the red one now. Go, go, go. Yes, he's doubled his money. Wow, he's just made £150. Wow. In reality, the statue completely flopped. But the reason I was lying so blatantly was to encourage the whole audience to have a go themselves, so I could make some proper cash. Anyone want to go next? Yeah? £10. £10 on the line, guys.
So easily influenced. Hey, he's got them.
It was finally time to earn some real money. I could literally sense that all 3 balls were going to miss the target. That £10 was mine.
Imagine the first person gets it.
Yeah! Amazing news. You get £20 back. That is amazing. Well done. Wow. I was burning. I knew this man just got lucky. It was purely a fluke. £5. Oh, yes!
They need to stand further away.
Another winner! So many winners. Here you go, this is £5 bet. And that's pretty much... There you go. That's £5. I had made the game way too easy and now I was suffering the consequences. Unfortunately, I'm just burning my own money. We now have nothing left. I had no choice but to relocate and try again. But this time, I had to make the odds a little more in my favour. So, if you just start from here, I mean,
how
a lot
far?
more in my favour. I told you. Put your foot there. But it wasn't just the distance I changed. Just 2 of the 3. It's easy. Good luck. Ah, unlucky, unlucky. There we go. So close. Oh! We were now back in the green, and despite the increased difficulty, a few people were still willing to risk their money. £10. Here we go. Good luck, brother. Sorry, did I say a few people? I meant half of London. We had an entire crowd forming of people willing to put their money on the line.
That's pretty genius, to be fair.
And of course,
But the thing is, I like with a normal person, if you're not Niko or any like big YouTuber or any, you know, like recognizable face, I don't think people. I mean, yeah, maybe if you come with enough confidence. It's actually quite a smart way to make money.
They have made a few losses, but that only inspired new customers to play. Everyone thought they were destined to win, with some people putting up some crazy numbers. 50?
Yeah. It's a company card.
50.
It's a company card. Wonderful. Oh, what's the company?
True Travels, this is our boy.
True Travels. The moment I heard it was a company, I heard big money.
Okay. All right, so that's gonna, again, something that's gonna come later in the video. True Travels is what kind of sponsored the trip to Egypt, I believe. He done a lot of ad reads out there. Where we all had to kind of like, it was fun, we had to stand in a line by the pyramids. And he done his ad read. And it was all sponsored by True Travel. So maybe coincidentally, that's how he met them, mad.
So I took their details for later. But back to the game, the contestants were failing miserably and money was pouring in. I couldn't believe it, but I wasn't completely without a soul. From here. And being kind was killing 2 birds with 1 stone, as I was making people's day. Another winner! And at the same time, attracting an even bigger crowd. £1, go on. Oh, very close. Oh no, where's my quid, man? My £1. But I need it. You said you'd give it to me. You said you'd give me the money. Despite this little thief, things were going without
this little thief.
I set my sights on other investments. It was time to move on to bigger and better ventures. I can't believe how much money we've actually managed to make. But I wanted to know the exact numbers. Starting with our cash. 122.27. Now the question is, how much did we make with the card machine? Okay, wow. So on this,
Another
card
couple
alone,
hundred?
We've made £199, which means in total
Nearly
we've
exactly
made
a couple hundred.
£321.27. So now we really can get the business going. And that's because I finally had enough money to buy a special item which I needed to launch my next genius business model.
Oh dear.
This item wasn't easy to get hold of.
No, I'm afraid we don't have any of those in stock. They're all right out and high, unfortunately.
I can't help you with that.
Please, please.
I can't. I really can't, mate. We don't have one.
This purchase was harder than expected, but as I was starting to lose hope, the stars aligned for us.
We could do it. It'll be £250.
It's only £250. This was a huge chunk of our budget, but I needed this, so I agreed to buy it. And that night, I headed to pick it up.
Right, here we are, buddy.
Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you.
Looks
My
like a
name's
drug
Niko,
deal
but from
for
now
a
on, you
Sonic
can call me
costume.
a new name.
Sonico.
You may be wondering why I've just wasted my hard-earned £250 on this Sonic costume. And if you're wondering that, then you're an idiot. This is not a waste, it's a genius investment. You see, my next business venture was in the weird world of NPC TikTok live streams, where people live stream dressed as different characters. And when someone donates them a gift, they react with a pre-programmed response.
Does thank you for the rose.
More roses for Spider-Man.
Roses, thank you.
And the one thing they all have in common is that they never break character. I feel like I can make good money doing this myself, but before I could go live in my
Bro, when I tell you, when he says never break character, he means he never breaks character. The whole trip. This guy did not break. Actually, no, he broke like one time. Or I'll get into it. I'll get into it when it gets to these points.
Costume I needed to
He maybe
gain
broke once or
following.
twice, but
I am Sonico.
it
Who
was
wants to be
bizarre.
my first follower?
Especially
Woo,
to
if you
start,
wanna see a face reveal, just follow the account. To get the ball rolling, I quickly churned out 3 TikToks to gain a fan base, including this masterpiece. And it was starting to work. We have our first follower, VFX Clazy. I just want to shout out to VFX Clays, my first follower, because thanks to you, I'm now doing a face reveal. We had our first follower in the bag, meaning we were ending day 2 with £71, a Sonic costume, and 1 TikTok follower. What we can do now, guys, is just wait till the morning and see how many followers we can get by the time we wake up. Sonico, out. It's day 3, and it's time to see how well our TikTok
Cold edit.
has done. Oh my gosh.
It blew up.
We have 40,000 followers on the TikTok account. What the hell? We have 70,000 likes on this TikTok. I think we can make a lot of money from this. Call me a sellout if you like, but after my newfound fame, instantly I was on the hunt for a brand deal. Go. I am Sonico, TikTok's next star. If any brands would like to work with me and more specifically give me money, please contact me at sonicobusiness@gmail.com. And while I waited for brands to get in touch with me, I headed out for my first ever NPC TikTok live stream. No matter what, I don't break character. From this moment, I'm an NPC. Here we go, it's time for our first ever TikTok live stream. We're gonna see how much of a moneymaker this really is. And the way you earn money is purely...
I'm actually interested to see how much money he made from this, because I'm assuming this started to fund what was then coming next in the video about the, you know, the trip, going to True Travels, getting the sponsorship, and taking us to Egypt.
Through donations. So I had to rely on people being entertained enough that they donate me gifts such as a rose, a hat, or a galaxy, which are all worth different amounts of money.
Tate. Oh shit, not the Thomas guy there. That's me, but not quite me. That's a KKK leader, no?
Which are all worth different amounts of money. Welcome to the live. Hey guys, welcome to the live. Thanks for the hearts. My first live stream had begun and the viewers slowly trickled in.
Thank you for the hearts.
Thanks for the rose. We don't have that where I'm from. Every time someone donated me a rose, they were effectively donating me 1 penny. Thanks for the rose. Is that a rose? Thanks for the rose. We don't have that where I'm from. Is that a cap? Whoa! I'm changing heads. To be completely honest, I had gone mental. I just changed my face. But at least I didn't look it. Woo! Thanks for the heart. Oh, is that ice cream? Yum, 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 yum. That lady walked past. She thinks I'm crazy. And I was crazy because I was putting in all of this
Lost
effort
your whole
just to
mind.
get these cheap gifts in return. I wanted people to be donating me galaxies, which is where the real money is. So I came up with a new genius strategy. I'm not moving until I get a galaxy. is that a galaxy? Sonic's me! Finally, a galaxy. Each time one of these was donated, I'd go for a run to try and persuade people to donate more. I noticed that people love seeing me in pain, so I acted like these donations were causing me as much pain as possible in hope that they'd keep going. Oh my God. There's an actual ocean in here. No more galaxies, please. No more caps. And of course, the 2,000 people watching didn't listen. Oh, a galaxy? Is that a galaxy? Oh, is that a galaxy?
Fucking hell, man. It's so easy to print money. How?
Thanks for the cap. Looks like I have to change faces. Alf with the most Salah profile.
These NPC live streams, man.
I
mean, I'm assuming that they're like still going now, but obviously when this was like first, when he was doing this like a year and a bit ago, and even like 2 years ago when it was like proper big craze, or even like 2-3 years ago, I don't know how long it's been going on for, but I've not seen any in a very long time. It used to be recommended non-stop when I scrolled TikTok, but not now.
I think I'm gonna say. You guys
don't know. People stopped hustling.
Many hours and many galaxies later, it was time to bring my first stream to an end. Ciao. Peace out, guys. There we go. And it's a wrap. That was hard work. But the question is, I want to know how much we made. £554 from standing doing a live stream. This is how much these NPC guys make. I might start having to do this all the time. Now I'm starting to be quite hopeful.
In how long? He should have said how long he was there for. Did it say on that? Was that an analytics screen?
Now I'm starting to be quite hopeful.
No, it doesn't say how long.
Actually not be an impossible task. Things were looking good as clips from my live stream were going viral all over TikTok and more people were finding out about Sonico. We have now hit 100,000 followers on our Sonic TikTok account. I can't believe this. We had to keep the momentum going, so I suited up and hit the streets again to do what I do best. Thanks for the rose. We don't have that where I'm from. I went live again to squeeze as much money out of day 3 as I could, and I couldn't believe the amount of people tuning in.
Chinatown as well.
6,000 people.
That's brave.
What is wrong with you? Thanks. Oh, is that an elephant?
Teresa, didn't she donate before? She donated a galaxy. I mean, if it's the same people. Like when he's doing this in a place like the previous park, maybe it wasn't as recognizable if he wasn't there for long. Fair. But I swear there was at some points where he was doing this in central London for hours. Like I'm assuming people came up to him, but he had like he had his team behind him, George, and the other production lot, which we spoke to, but maybe they were just telling people to not intervene. And to tempt people to donate even more, I started a 10-minute timer. When this ran out, I'd be able to end the stream and go home. But every galaxy donated would add 30 seconds to the time. A galaxy! Another galaxy. Another galaxy, another 30 seconds. This was a genius move from me, as people love to feel like they were torturing me by donating and keeping me there for longer. This technique kept me there for 2 hours, but it earned me so much more money before the timer eventually ran down and I could end the stream. It's been good, guys. It's been great. That may have been one of the absolute low points of my career. But I just hope, and I got a feeling, that the money is serious from that. And it was. Oh my gosh. 2 hours. We made £1,000. 1.6k in 2 hours. Now you're taking the mick, man. Fucking hell. I need a career change. There's now a 10% chance we can complete this impossible mission. It's time for me to go to sleep. And tomorrow we're going to look at some emails. Over and out. It's day 4, and this Sonico stuff is really now starting to gain a lot of traction.
I tell you somebody else that I'm really concerned about, and it popped up on my TikTok, Sonico. Oh, have you seen this?
Yes, and it seems like he's making a lot of money from it.
People are saying that I've fallen off, and a lot of negative stuff about me. I have had to put out a statement on the Niko Omilana account, just saying I'm not affiliated. But I had to forget about the hate because I had some emails to attend to. Hundreds of brands had contacted me off the back of my TikTok post, and the potential profits were looking really promising. I shot one brand deal for an energy company. Lights will guide you to JWS-Renewables.
I didn't see that one. JWS Renewables.
JWS-Renewables, specialists in social energy and storage. Brands couldn't resist working with us because of the great service we were providing. Hi, I'm Sonico. And I can't wait to watch the next Fellas podcast episode. Everyone wanted me to promote
That millennial
their company.
pause was crazy
Hi, I'm
long
Sonic
for someone who's meant to be so
and with
quick.
The toothpick guy. Hello. And in the space of just 1 hour, I'd made £2,070. This is the easy money. This isn't the pain I feel when doing the TikTok live, and we're making good money each time. Good money, and I didn't have to humiliate myself in the process. I shot one last brand deal for the day, which was actually for the travel company that I met on day 2. True Travels is the best youth travel company in the world, and counted up all the money I'd earned after day 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made £4,484.98. We are genuinely a fully functioning business now.
4 days.
I can't believe it. We've made over 4K in 4 days. But with that being
Bloody
said,
hell.
tomorrow I've got the perfect idea. And that idea is bringing in an extra person. So before I slept, I bought another
Schmuckles.
costume. We've already seen how successful it is when I stream, so I wanted to bring in a new character to go even bigger and bring in even more donations. Yeah, every Sonic needs his Knuckles.
Yeah, definitely.
For just £120,
Why does,
I was the proud...
why does this guy have that costume? I don't know, maybe he was performing at kids' parties or something. God knows what he's doing.
owner of this Knuckles costume, and now all I needed was
Why would you-
someone to
why would you
fill
just
it.
have Knuckles
So I put
on?
out a job advertisement seeking only the best and most professional actors and settled in for a good night's rest. Okay, so we've had a lot of applications for our job role. Now it's time to interview them. I needed a convincing Knuckles, someone who could really get into the psyche of the character and push the brand even further.
Thanks for the royalties.
But that's easier said than done.
The next 2 days, I'm not basically around. You know, I didn't think it'd be such a long term kind of commitment.
Yeah, no, I'm committed for life. I've changed my legal name to Sonico. Like.
Okay. Cheers, man. Thanks.
He thought you were insane. He thought you were gym mental.
After scaring off all my interviewees, my only option was to hit the streets to find my perfect Knuckles. Would you be willing to join me in a business opportunity? It would be £250 a day. I need a partner in this, man.
Yeah, but I can't do it today. I'm sorry.
The streets weren't providing me much luck until I bumped into this guy who was on his phone whilst driving, and he seemed like the perfect candidate. Would you like to join me for £250 a day and be my partner in crime?
Yeah.
You on it?
Of course. Why not?
Can you pull up? Oh my gosh, we might have found someone. I'm Sonico. Mickey. Amazing. What's your availability like over the next week?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sonic has a partner called Knuckles.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to do is bring video games to real life.
Okay, I like it. And you pay me cash?
Yeah, I'll pay you cash up front.
Okay, I'll do it.
This is what I liked about Mickey. He was money motivated and fully on board.
Verdus wanted that tax-free cash in hand. I rate it.
I'm Schmuckles. Make sure you follow my TikTok account for the craziest streams. Schmuckles!
Amazing. Mickey was a natural and we filmed some TikToks to launch his
Nah,
TikTok
he's a
account.
legend.
No, I think you did a great performance there. You're natural. You're a natural. Tell him he's a natural. And my theory of getting another character involved had proven to be true, as this became our
Jesus.
most viewed TikTok yet. Schmuckles' account blew up instantly, and the anticipation for our first joint live stream was huge. So that same night, we met back up with Mickey to make it happen. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Got something I'd love to show you. So this is your TikTok account for Schmuckles. So you have 36,000 followers.
It's insane, isn't it? It's insane.
And with all the hype around the new kid on the block, Schmuckles, this live stream had the potential to be our highest earner yet. This is going to change everything.
Yeah, the crossover goes crazy. It's not even a crossover.
To a whole different world. The stream started and people came
It's the opposite
pouring
of a
in their
crossover.
thousands. And I was using the countdown method again to guarantee that the money flew in. Let's get a 10-minute
got
timer
his
up.
scarf
The
on.
galaxy will add 1 minute. 50,000 people in here. The reverse psychology of the timer was really working. Wow, another galaxy, another galaxy, another galaxy, and another galaxy. Wow, this really isn't getting funny anymore. And with this many people watching who all wanted to see me suffer, it was time to amp up my acting and milk these viewers dry. Let me go home. I've been here for hours. Let me go home. Thanks for the rose. We don't have those where I'm from. Owl again. I hate you, Owl. Stop, Owl. Let me go home. Stop, Gabby. Why is it all coming in now? No more galaxies. No more galaxies. Stop. 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 This was an Oscar-worthy performance from me, and while the audience thought I was hating it... No more galaxies. No more galaxies. Oh, Hamza again. What's this? What's this?
The amount of people that do that shit, you know, it's bizarre, man. Like, not even like the NPC streams. You see the streams where people have like this Snapchat filter or a TikTok filter on their face that makes it look like they're crying. And it's the most fake shit you've ever seen in your life. And people still donate to them. Why? They'll be like filling a hole in Minecraft or something. and they're like, oh, every time you send this in, TNT blows up my progress, and they get to the end, or it's just like as simple as a click. They're like clicking a button 1 million times. They get to like 9999999, and then they just remove 1,000 and just keep going again.
I was secretly
Fucking
buzzing with
hell,
the
man.
amount of money we were making off of it.
How do people donate to that?
Oh my gosh, no more galaxy speed, stop. The entire audience were determined to make my pain go on for as long as possible.
Was that
and
the
they all
old
had-
person
Stop.
mask that he used one time in it?
The entire audience were determined to make my pain go on for as long as possible.
18.5 million likes on that
mind.
stream.
Who is Schmuckles?
Jesus.
Schmuckles is my best friend. Why does everyone want to know who Schmuckles is?
They were burning to have this mystery answered, so I agreed to do it, but only for one of the most expensive gifts. And with speed in the chat, we didn't have to wait very long.
Oh my gosh, you're lying. Schmuckles, it's time to show your face. 3,
Wait, he actually
2,
did.
1, take off your hat. No! There we go. That's right. Schmuckles face reveal. Who is that? It's Schmuckles.
Nah, who the hell is that?
It's Schmuckles.
Bald Martin.
The face reveal seemed to have satisfied the
I didn't know
viewers
he
as
actually
they
did a
then left
reveal.
me alone.
It's almost finished, guys.
That's news to me.
3, 2, 1. Thank you. And we're done. And we're finished. Thank you. Sonico out. Schmuckles out. Follow Sonico and Schmuckles.
After 4 hours, we finally managed to end our first joint live stream.
Schmuckles, I just want to say to you, thank you very much.
I
Is he
paid
gonna
Schmuckles
tip
his
him?
wage for the day and headed home to see how much
No,
we made
just the
from the
standard
stream.
250.
After getting 50,000 viewers on a TikTok live, we made £3,764.98 in 3 hours of work. After a very successful 5 days, making a total of £7,000, we were about to level up. I could keep steadily earning money by punishing myself on TikTok lives, but at this rate, it would take me 1,000 more live streams to get to the million. And I don't think I've got 1,000 more of them in me. So the morning after, Mickey and I decided to turn this whole thing into a proper business that we could sell for a serious lump of money. May I introduce you to Sonico NPC Enterprises, where NPC live streamers could join our universe, giving them more exposure, and in exchange, they share some of their profits with us. Genius plan, I know. And to get this started, we posted a call. We're living every person's dream, being an NPC character, and we want you to join us. Over the next couple of days, we got over 5,000 applicants desperate to work for
Jesus
the Sonico brand.
Christ.
And that was enough evidence to me that I had a £1 million business on my hands. So I organised a meeting with an expert to find out a true value.
Two,
We're about
two,
to go
two.
for our meeting. This man is charging us £400 per hour, which is going to be painful. How are you? Hello, I'm Sonico. This is Ben, a business valuation expert at one of London's most respected valuation companies, and he should be able to give us an accurate estimate of how much our business is worth.
We are Sonico NPC.
I explained our business model to Ben and showed him the success we were having.
If it continues at its current rate of growth, we'll reach 26 million followers, and then the projections for Sonico Enterprises is infinite. With 5,870 NPC applicants in the first week, do the math, this is billions of pounds, I believe.
It seemed Ben was liking what he was seeing, and he hadn't even seen our brand deals yet.
Hi, I'm Sonico, and I'm going to sing a song dedicated to my friends at JWS. That's renewable. It's renewable, fam. I think this got about 2.5
beautiful
million
voice.
views on TikTok. As you can imagine, the money can really go up.
Our presentation was complete. Now it was time to hear what Ben had to say.
How much would you value this business at?
So obviously it's just started, so there's a huge amount of risk attached to it. So I'd be looking at something in the range of 1,000 to 413,000.
That's a big range.
So,
so
between
1,000 to 400k.
It's a significant range, yeah. If I was investing my own money, unfortunately I wouldn't pay a thing.
We'd come so far, but Ben was now arguing that Sonico Enterprises...
Because I believe what happened is that he was trying to get the company evaluated at like a shit ton of money to then be able to sell the company. I think for like a portion of that or the total amount. I don't know the like whole logistics, but yeah.
Wouldn't pay a thing.
Also, hey, put me in the description though.
We'd come so far, but Ben was now arguing that Sonico Enterprises...
I asked.
could be worth
I actually shot my. I shoot my shot. I shot my shot. Asked his team if they could put me in the description yesterday when he said the video was coming out. They obviously did not reply to my message.
little as one.
Just use us for the video, I guess.
I had to convince him of the business somehow.
What we can do generate a live stream now, where you can see the funds coming in. We'll show you firsthand.
So we're going live.
Saying that, I don't even know how much of the video I'm in.
You're now live. This is the man in the suit. I'm Niko, and this is Schmuckles. Basically, we have a new thing called text-to-speech, and we just rely on donations. This is our model.
So we're going to see donations start to come in.
Hopefully.
And I don't know what I was expecting, allowing Niko's followers to have text-to-speech on during a business meeting.
Fortnite boy donated £1. When was the last time you washed that suit, Niko? Met you in real life and you reaped.
Thank you for the donation at Fortnite boy.
Fortnite boy.
Guy in red knuckles costume is called Michael Lee. He was messaging my 15-year-old sister last week.
So you've made £2 in a couple of minutes. That's not too bad.
Yeah, and they just keep coming in and coming in.
Ben looked worried, and I could only hope that people didn't turn on him too.
Cheerful egg donated £1. I think I've slept with guy in smart suit's wife, LOL. He lives at 27 Barnaby Street in London.
Thank you for the donation. Like,
Epic Beast 69 donated £1. Guy in the smart suit is a fucking waste, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why they were so
Nah. Yeah, text-to-speech is outrageous, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why they were so rude there. That was rude, don't
Oh, fucking hell.
Nice. We're here with the smart.
Donated £5. Guy in smart suit. Blink if you're a nonce.
Quite difficult not to blink, isn't it? Okay, I think the proof of concept's sorted.
We get
done?
we get the concept, yeah. We get the.
Reese donated £1. When you gonna tell him you brought him to that office to clap his cheeks?
Okay.
I ended the stream there. I could only hope that Ben was able to look past the
Fucking
insults
hell.
and see that we had a money-making machine on our hands.
Why does Schmuckles keep touching himself?
Okay, yeah, done. But as you can see, we probably
Bro, it must
made
be
about
boiling in that
£60
costume,
there.
I
man.
mean, that's a proof of concept. Why is the content like that?
I don't know. I don't.
Because there's quite a large risk around the government trying to clamp down on that type of stuff. I think I could write a report which would suggest a value of £413,000, and I think I'd be able to credibly support that.
And do you think someone will pay that £413,000?
If you're cautious, that's half that amount.
200 grand.
Yeah, we'd obviously be able to draft your evaluation report.
And who can I reach out to once you valued it? Who do I send it to?
Yeah, so we'd be able to try and find some like corporate finance and transactions people who may be able to help.
So your range now would be
200 to 400 grand.
Thank you. Bring it in.
Big change.
After just 3 TikTok live streams, we had created a business worth a minimum of £200,000. I could not believe it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
It seemed the stream was enough to convince Ben.
Let's go. We're going to be rich. We're going to be rich. Yeah.
And Ben even said he could put us in touch with some people who would help us sell the business.
So now we just wait on his
Bloody
evaluation.
hell.
Once that comes in, hopefully the businesses can make an offer. He said he's going to get us in contact with someone, so we just wait for that.
Now that Niko Enterprises would officially be valued between £200,000 and £400,000, there was no need for me to waste my time anymore with those absolutely painful live streams. So the Niko TikTok account went dormant, and a few weeks later we were invited back in by Ben.
I believe today is the day.
Yeah, he went MIA for ages. And I think the next video he posted after that was about the trip that I went on, I think. I don't know if he posted since then.
To receive our official evaluation and be put in touch with some people who might want to buy our business. We met up with Ben and headed up to his office for potentially the biggest payday of our lives. And Schmuckles was getting a bit too excited.
I can only assume that this falls through.
Schmuckles are being slightly unprofessional.
So we obviously met about a month ago. How have things gone since then?
Well, we've actually put things on pause while just waiting to hear back from what you think.
Okay. To pause a business to wait for a valuation is not the way that this happens.
Already I could tell he had changed his tone from the last meeting we had.
And I can imagine that an investor probably wouldn't want to invest in a business where you've got 1 week of revenue, but then
But
nothing
we already
for the
had
subsequent
1
month.
week of revenue when we came here before.
But you've had nothing since then. It's very difficult to value it.
You're at least maintaining the value of the business.
No, I'm not. That valuation doesn't really stand up to
But
scrutiny.
you can't just take that away.
Yes, I can. In the real world, if you're trying to sell a business, nobody's going to pause their business for a month.
But we are in the real world and we've done that.
Yeah, and
But
that's why your business is probably worth nothing.
At this point, I'm not sure if he just couldn't be bothered to do the evaluation or my whole world was coming crashing down before me. But either way, it didn't feel good.
You've obviously invested in...
It's time to change the plan. Change it up.
That may have a little bit of value.
But what you're saying is our value is what's in the bank account right now.
It's limited to that at the moment, yes.
Well,
the people in that office must be thinking, what the
then.
fuck is going on?
No, my pleasure. I'm sorry to deliver that news.
I don't think it's worth a hug, Schmuckles.
When you try your best, but you don't
Succeed.
Not over yet.
It is over. You saw last time. He said 200 and 400,000 pounds. I thought he was going to get that valued and then suggest us some investors.
So did I.
I just feel so demoralised.
Sorry.
People just see us as a joke. I hate the business world, I hate it. I can't do this anymore, I don't think, Schmuckles.
Oh, I believe in you. If I had 400,000, I'd give it to you.
Really?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What you've done for this business, I can't thank you enough. I've lost that hope.
He's a legend.
Really?
Yeah, I think honestly it's best to finish there. I don't want to keep bringing you out here when I don't know what direction we're going.
You just got to get back on the horse, Niko, and ride again.
Inspirational.
You just got to get back on the horse, Niko, and ride again.
Months and months went by. I put my quest to make £1 million to the side as I had to dedicate my time to saving the country and taking down Rishi Sunak. And also worked on finalising my sweet brand called Shades by Niko, which is now out throughout the UK. A lot of thought went into creating the 3 perfect packets of sweets, so Niko would definitely approve. I came to the realisation that I simply wasn't going to make 1 million Great British Pounds. And as someone who doesn't lie in his YouTube titles, this meant that the video was over. Until I found out that the UK weren't the only country that uses pounds.
There we go.
1 Great British Pound is worth £63.73 in Egyptian pounds, meaning that although I was nowhere near being a millionaire in Britain, I was almost halfway to making £1 million in Egypt. This seemed like an achievable target. All I needed was a way to get out there for cheap and make some money while doing so, and I had the perfect idea.
You're wearing a Sonic cap.
Well, you just help you guys feel at home, you know?
That is incredible.
This is True Travels, a company that sends people on life-changing travel experiences, and we have history. They gave us £50 off their company card on day 2 of this journey, and also gave us a brand deal on day 4. So I got in contact with them again because I had an idea that could save this video, which I wanted to pitch to them.
Niko is going to Egypt, and I'm launching Niko Travels, and I want to take some Niko fans with me to experience the holiday of a lifetime.
I explained to them my brand new business model of pay what you think holidays, and here's how it's gonna work. I'd spend £5,000, for example, on taking 5 people on a crazy holiday experience, rather than them paying me a fixed price of £1,000 each up front. Instead, at the end of the trip, they would pay me how much they think the trip was worth, and I'm hoping that they will overpay due to basic human generosity, because if I'm trusting
Fuck! Oh, we're all gonna be baited here. Hey. Alright, I'm gonna premise right now. I ain't got that money. I have not. I wish I had that money. We'll see. I'm not gonna say anything yet.
the customer with the responsibility.
I mean, you guys have probably seen the video anyway, but
I'm hoping that they'd subconsciously feel the need to pay more than what the trip is worth because they wouldn't want to betray that trust. If my theory is correct, this had the potential to be extremely
that
lucrative.
theory is a
But
bit,
in order to fund it,
loose.
I needed some financial help.
There we go.
It's a pretty big budget.
It's a big budget, but I do have a lot of followers on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen.
In return for that £12,500, I was offering them a business partnership and TikTok promo in return. Things looked promising, but they couldn't accept my offer there and then, so I said goodbye and waited to hear from them.
I think that was an absolute slam dunk. They were already wearing Sonic clothes.
Maybe they were, I mean, maybe it was a situation of they needed to talk to someone because you would obviously accept that immediately. Niko. It doesn't matter if he's dressed as fucking Sonico in that situation. You're talking to Niko. The reach is crazy. It would be stupid not to accept it. 12.5 grand. I don't know how much view. I don't know how many views this video is going to get, but going based off his like last ones, I think they average like 10, 15. Some even get like 20, 30 million views. Like, Jesus.
We walked in. I'm so confident, but how about we cut to tomorrow where they say yes?
Yes.
There we go then. With True Travels on board,
There we go then.
An extra £12,500 in our bank, which is actually above our Egyptian million. But I couldn't just keep the money. I had a contract to uphold. So I paid for flights and hotels for a 3-day trip to Egypt, which put us £1,500 back below the Egyptian million mark. This meant that at the end of the trip, I needed my 5 guests to pay me a total of 1,500 Great British pounds.
300 each. Hold on a minute. This guy's a liar. He lied to me.
For us to hit our 1 million in Egyptian pound, which meant that I needed to find some trustworthy guests. So I posted a TikTok asking people to apply to come to the first ever Sonico Holidays trip, and then interviewed some of the applicants.
Hi, Jack. I can. Is your first name Breaking?
Yeah, surname Bars.
I needed to make sure that the people
I joined through my Gmail. My Gmail's breaking bars, and I didn't change it. Hey, that's fucking jokes, man.
Breaking.
This is a bit surreal. What's going on here? What the hell? The setup's looking the same. Fuck.
Yeah, surname Bars.
I needed to make sure that the people I selected were trustworthy and ensure that they were going to pay me fairly for the holiday experience.
Surname Bars.
Say it was the best holiday you've ever experienced in your life. How much do you think you would pay for that?
I'd say like 500,
maybe £200-300 a day.
Up to about £1,000 probably for a 10-10 holiday.
1,000.
£1,000, yeah.
It's David! Hey, everyone loves David. You're going to get to know this guy right here.
£1,000, yeah.
1,000.
Hakan.
200-ish, maybe.
Okay, so
Tom, previous.
Peace out. That's good.
So this one here.
£200. Peace out.
Okay, so they got shagged off the dribble. So what I assume is that they're a couple, because I basically got so I applied, yeah, and whatchamacallit? I applied and they came back and was like, I mentioned something about my partner Shiv, and then they basically said we want a couple to come along on the trip. So does she want to come? And Shiv does not like being on camera. I've only had her in a couple of my videos, but on Patreon, she doesn't really do anything YouTube facing. She was dreading this, but because I asked her, she said yes, which took it took not like convincing, but it took some time for her to think about it. So because they said 200 quid is the reason that we went. I forgot how much I said that I would pay.
That's good. The money side though, £200 to £500. I need to be able to say to them, cough up. Pay me my money.
I'm glad they
sorry
said.
Guys.
I carefully selected the 5 most trustworthy people.
Hey, there we are. Tom, Shiv, David, Hakan, and Breaking. That's an unstoppable team right there.
Come on holiday with us. Also, coincidentally, the 5 people who said they'll pay the most money. And I flew out to Egypt one day before the guests arrived to get things prepared.
We're here in Egypt. The most important thing for us to do is to find a tour guide who can give us the best trip around Egypt.
What I needed in a tour guide was someone friendly. Someone with a van big enough for 7 people.
Mario!
Someone who could speak English.
AKA Ahmed.
That's 6.
Yes.
Oh dear. Do you speak English?
Ford.
Ah, okay.
We decided to cut our losses for the night and continued our search the next day.
You drive a van or no?
No, I drive a tuk-tuk.
Are you a taxi? No.
At this point, I decided I just have to do it myself. I spent 150 Great British pounds on hiring a van for the next 3 days, which pushed me slightly further away from
only 150 quid for 3 days.
And I got picked up by a driver to take me to the van.
I love your test, man. That's Sony?
You like it?
Ah, this guy's a legend.
Yeah?
Oh,
This guy right here, Ahmed, Mario, he's the GOAT, man.
You are Super Mario. Your friend. We're brothers.
Our driver seemed like a pretty cool guy, and he clearly had a talent for giving tours too.
This is the Opera House. This is the first Opera House in Middle East. This is Cairo Tower. Cairo Tower shape looks like Egyptian lotus flower.
Ah.
And he was claiming that he actually does tours when he's not driving.
I do tours.
Do you?
Yeah, of course.
Are you joking?
No, I'm serious. If I'm wearing my sunglasses, I will be more serious.
He called over to chat as I had a huge proposition for him.
I'm doing a business called Sonico Holidays.
Yeah.
and I need your help to make this absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I'm ready here for you, man. I'm Super Mario.
You are Mario?
Yes.
Okay.
Ahmed
okay,
Mario.
You are this Mario. So we'll be partners like this.
Yes. What this mean?
So this means that we're together, me and you together.
Yeah, we are together.
We're gonna be like this?
Like this,
Yeah?
Then I can manage.
I think we'd found our tour
Sonic
guide.
and
My tour
Mario
group were arriving at
at the
airport
Olympic
soon.
Games.
We arranged to meet up later that night
It's a
to make
legendary
plan
duo.
for the trip.
My house in Old Cairo City.
Yes.
Would you like to visit this?
Tonight we can come to your house.
Yes, of course.
Mario, I'd love to come. We make the plan tonight.
He
Went
couldn't
our
have got.
separate ways for
He
now.
he genuinely couldn't have got a better person, man.
And I picked up
I'm hoping it will come across in this video.
our luxury tour
Ah,
bus
the
and
van.
headed to Cairo Airport to pick up
There
the
it
lucky
was.
5 people coming on this tour.
Hello, friends. Good to see you. Shiv, big up Hakan. Breaking, Isaac, Tom.
Now remember, we had just under 900,000 Egyptian
We were waiting outside. I'm not going to get into too much information. If you want a second video where I break it down, I can show you behind the scenes, like clips, photos, and actually go through it. I might even see if I can get Hakan, Tom, David, not Isaac, and Shiv if she wants to be in a video, but we'll see.
pounds in the bank. And at the end of these next 3 days, these holiday goers would be paying me however much they thought this experience was worth, which meant that there was no guarantee of making any money at all. So if I wanted to make £1 million, I needed to make sure that they had the time of their lives.
Zero expectations right now.
Perfect.
I mean, you said incredible experience. You really emphasised incredible.
Yes, I said incredible experience.
How do you gauge what incredible is to everyone here?
Just a fun, incredible experience.
Alright, we are screwed.
Everyone seemed a bit skeptical, but hopefully this 5-star
Very
restaurant
skeptical.
would settle their nerves.
The New York spaghetti meatballs and margarita pizza, please.
You just ordered 2.
No! I've been baited. I went for 2 mains. I'm a greedy boy. I thought, you know what? First night, I'm going to take the piss a bit here. I'm going to take the mick, and I'm going to order 2 mains. I also thought someone was going to share it. I did offer to share one of them, but I don't think anyone wanted to share it, so...
Restaurant would settle their nerves.
And also, before we went into this, I'm pretty sure that he didn't have a reservation here, by the way. I think he said at the very end that they went there beforehand. They went there the night before, maybe. I don't know, with Mario or on their own. And maybe they'd booked that one. But this time, they didn't. But they must have spoke to the staff. Because basically, we had to, wait round a corner for not long, but maybe a couple minutes while he was talking to someone, and it didn't seem like he got a booking, because it's not like he went up, said something, and then they just let us in. There was quite a bit of a delay, and it seemed like he wasn't too sure. And George, the cameraman, he didn't seem too sure about it as well. And the production team, they didn't seem too sure if they were going to get in, and then they were like, I don't know how he managed that. So he blagged his way onto a table in this 5-star restaurant. New York spaghetti meatballs and a margarita pizza, please.
You just ordered 2 main courses, which is extremely impressive, as long as that goes into his value at the end. And remember, these guys aren't paying for anything, and they're costing me even more money right now. They've just sent me back another £150 just on this meal.
Shit,
Just
David's getting a bit...
money right now. They've just sent me back another
David, what are you doing? Straight into the lens.
£150 just on this meal. I just had to trust that they'd pay more than what this meal was worth at the end of the trip.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good, isn't it?
And all that was left to do was settle the bill.
62,000 Egyptian. Oh wow, that's like £1,000.
I had to take advantage of every moment possible to add value to the trip.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get as much peas off them as possible, to be honest. God, that was expensive.
And after the 5-star dining
and
experience,
I'm not gonna lie, at the very beginning, I didn't know if we were gonna pay at the very end or not. So I was taking it a bit too seriously on day one. I actually looked. I was looking how much things were costing, and I kept track on my phone for the first meal, and then when it got to the second day, I stopped. But I genuinely was keep tracking, because I was like, I want to know how much this all paid. I was like, guesstimating the flights and the hotel, but yeah. But obviously, it doesn't matter. I'll tell you.
5-star.
No, yeah, 5. 5-star.
and revealed to them the rooms they'd be staying in for the next 2 nights.
Goodness me.
Fucking hell, man. This.
So much room for activity. Nice.
I'm going to leave you guys to enjoy yourselves. You've all got your own rooms, obviously.
Now that I'd put my tour group to bed, I could finally meet up with Mario to make...
That took forever, by the way. Obviously, it's a YouTube video. It's filming. It's not just like a normal holiday. But, yeah, it took forever to find that room. He was trying to find a room with, I think, a massive double bed, but he kept finding rooms with like single beds or single beds pushed together. And, you know, he was thinking that might lower the evaluation. So he kept going. We went up and down from the reception like 3-4 times. Maybe like 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, just waiting to get into a room. Because every room that he went into was like, no, that's not the right one. It took forever, but...
You've all got
just a little bit of the behind the scenes.
Now that I put my tour group to bed, I could finally meet up with Mario to make a plan for tomorrow, and he took me to his home.
This is my street. You like?
Yeah.
Salamu alaikum.
Hello.
You have to say salamu alaikum.
Salamu alaikum.
We can enter. Come, follow me.
I followed Mario into this garage to meet his friends.
Salamu alaikum. I'm a new tour guide in the area.
We're bringing Egyptian tea for you.
Egyptian tea?
Yeah, of course.
No.
I invite you for a cup of coffee.
Brother, thank you. While we plan for tomorrow?
Yeah, of course.
We did anything but plan, as the entire street came to hang out, and I discovered that Sonica was much bigger than I thought.
Sonico!
You become famous here in Egypt. Said I'm follow you. I'm your fans.
Thank you. We came here to work out how to do tour guiding.
Yeah.
And we've ended up with a sewing machine, Nintendo. Listen, if I'm gonna be an Egyptian tour guide, I have to be Egyptian. This is what I'm learning.
You have to put cigarette here.
Okay. I have to say, when I started this video all those months ago, I was not expecting I'd end up in a random sewing shop in Egypt. You accept me?
Yeah, of course.
I'm Egyptian now.
Yeah, I'll become Egyptian.
Hey, you look like you could be my son. So I might be Egyptian, who knows? For the tour tomorrow, are you going to take us into the pyramids?
Yeah, I get you all information. We can get beach buggy in pyramids area.
With tomorrow's plan complete, it was time to say goodbye.
Assalamu.
But before I called it a night, I wanted to get to know my new business partner a bit better.
I really appreciate you inviting me down here.
It's my pleasure.
What motivates you to be the best travel guide you can be?
I pay for my daughter's school.
Okay.
He's a real one.
To buy bike, to using to go to work.
Okay, so what do you use right now instead of a bike?
I'm using bus.
And how long is that?
At least 1 hour 30. I wake up 30 past 4.
You really work hard, Mario. You work very hard.
I do.
And you do it for your kids?
Of course. That's the real meaning of life, you know?
Yeah.
The family. Family love. The only true love in this life. And that's the real meaning of life, to meet family.
Thank you, Habibi.
Thank you, Habibi.
Me and you.
Yes, you and me.
Okay, we've just got back to our hotel and Mario is the perfect person to get our million. But that man...
So these guys were staying at that hotel. The one with the 5-star restaurant. I think that was a really nice hotel. And they were staying there and they put us in this other one. I see you.
Okay, we've just
obviously they probably had to save some
Mario
budget for the video,
but person to get our...
But this hotel was booky. It was bizarre. You could go to the roof. There was no like fire exit doors, no nothing. The roof was, you could just go out onto the roof, scaffolding, pipes, fucking machinery shits going on, like the big loud stuff. I don't know what the hell it is. And you could just like, there was no like protective barrier. You could just fall off the building. I guarantee you couldn't do that in that hotel.
You and me.
Okay, we've just got back to our hotel and Mario is the perfect person.
Hey, and I also don't want to sound like I'm complaining too much. I'm just, I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful. I'm just explaining the experience, giving you the unfiltered.
Our million. But that man works so hard. He's so nice and charismatic. He's just the best. I'm going to learn from him how to be the best tour guide and then make the million and give it to him. What a man. Today is the big day and it's time for the tour. Mario, today's the day, man.
Yeah, of course.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Today we have our tour guide here, Mario.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I get it. Are you ready, guys?
At that point, we didn't know his name was Ahmed Mario. I think his actual name is Ahmed Mario. But we just thought he made up the name Mario because Mario and Sonic, I think.
I'm super excited.
Let's go.
For the outfit today?
Yes, I had to, yeah.
I want to lose some weight, buddy.
All right, mate, might want to gain some height. You guys have a good night's sleep in your hotel?
Them showers leave a lot to be desired. A lot to be desired.
Is that
Yeah, there was a lot of like mold and it wasn't very clean. And the shower, they were saying the showers didn't get hot. I think mine did. I can't remember now. It was so long ago.
Bad thing.
And our temperatures were cold and freezing.
Oh yes, they were for yeah. Okay, I remember. It was like a
It's hardly my
It's like an ice
fault.
bath, but
This
shower.
was terrible news. The trip had got off to an awful start, so I pulled over to make sure me and Mario were still on the same page.
Super Mario and Sonico.
Just like this.
Like this. Wait. Like
There we
this.
go. Okay, all right.
Now reassured that I could still trust Mario, we got back on the road and my group had no idea what they were about to see.
Look front of you.
No way! Wait, that's sick.
This is the great pyramid.
It actually looked insane in person. Looking through the front of the car and seeing that in the distance is mad. The scale of it next to obviously the perspective that is so far back behind the buildings. It's fucking gigantic, man.
The Khufu pyramids, the only one of the 7 wonders of the world who's still standing.
Wow. Oh my gosh, look at that.
The Great Pyramid.
Look at that.
It's huge, mate. That's insane. It's huge, mate. Like, humans didn't make that.
Wow. The pyramids.
I couldn't put a value on it.
And this as well. So that obviously cut the time between the last clip of us driving up to the pyramids and here was probably about an hour and a half. There was a big kerfuffle. You can notice that Niko is not wearing the costume right now. Sorry, Sonico. Every time we called him Niko, he didn't answer. He was so in character that he did not respond to Niko. But he doesn't have his costume here because the security would not let him through with it. Maybe because they saw it as like being disrespectful, like he was taking the piss or something like that. Maybe because of the way the costume was, like security reasons. You can hide a lot of stuff in it. I don't know. But there was a lot of back and forth, and Mario was trying to convince them to let him get the costume through, and they just weren't having it. So they came up with an idea to put it in the car, drive it round, and then take it out on this side, which
wow,
I don't think they did actually. They might. Wait, did they? Yes, they. Yeah, they.
Why
They
did you
did.
build 3 pyramids? Why not 4?
Yeah.
Why not 5?
Yes.
Why only this location?
Yeah.
They're using this location because this location align with Osiris constellation.
Exactly.
Mario's deep knowledge of the pyramids was providing a great insight. He even took us inside and showed us around, which the guests absolutely
this
loved.
was-
Then it was time for something.
So, look at the sweat. Yeah, no, he didn't. He didn't get the costume back on. If he got the costume back on, it would have been the longest day for him. I think he probably would have like passed out. It was so hot in there, man. So hot. The amount of bodies, how small it is, and obviously the heat from the outside as well. Even though we didn't go at the hottest time, it was like November. Like it wasn't too hot, so I can only imagine in the summer that would be unbearable in there. But yeah, this is unbelievably tight tunnels. Again, I can show you guys in the follow-up video all of the videos, but like all of the behind-the-scenes clips. But it was kind of mad. It was kind of
a bit
insane.
more my speed. This was genuinely so much fun.
This was good. This was very
It
good.
only sent me back £100.
Look at this. Quad biking through the desert with the pyramids behind me. Sonico Holidays #1.
This felt like my first huge success in Egypt, and all I had to do to get it was take some advice off an old friend of mine.
You just got to get back on the horse, Sonico, and ride again.
Did anyone not enjoy that?
No, that was amazing.
That was amazing. This is what I like.
That was amazing.
Everyone who's on this holiday right now, they're having the time of their lives, they're all smiling. What we're giving them here is a priceless experience, which means they'll pay more towards the business.
This guy was a legend as well.
What we're giving
He was taking some quality pictures. That guy.
them here is a priceless experience, which means they'll pay more towards the business. And I had to hold up my end of the bargain and post a TikTok dedicated to True Travels, thanking them for funding this whole thing. We then headed out for a special meal on this floating restaurant down the river, the Nile.
So this was so the whole holiday. It was very quick, very brief. It lasted. It was one full day. We arrived at like midday, but then it was like quite a lot of delay to like get to the hotel. The hotel situation, dinner, and that was it. So basically the day we got there, it was just like arrive, hotel, dinner. The next day, woke up. They missed out one part on that trip where we went to this. It was the place where they showed us how they made paper. Back in the day for like when they painted on their version of the Egyptian paper. I don't know if it was just like scrolls or something. And they gave us like some tea. We went into a room. I bought something actually. I don't know where it is. I bought a glow-in-the-dark one. It was kind of wavy. And then after that to the pyramids, the quad biking, where obviously they didn't include a lot of it, but that quad biking thing, that lasted about an hour and a half to 2 hours, the whole round trip. And Hakan. Oh boy, we're gonna talk about what Hakan did there. I'm not gonna mention it in this one, but I'll ask Hakan if he wants me to say what happened. But if he, yeah.
And before we went in,
I'll just put it this way: he was very lucky because it could have went south quick.
Had someone special for me to meet.
She loves you. She is my daughter. She loves you. She watches you on Netflix.
Hello, to Mario's daughter, Ahmed's daughter. Your dad,
become shy.
Your dad is a legend. Your dad is a hero.
Thank you.
And after meeting Mario's family, I couldn't believe the chances of this. I actually bumped into one of my best friends.
My friend. You look like my friend AJ. We have found an Egyptian AJ. Thank you. Good to see you, my friend.
We did not hear that when he was there.
Now it's time for your 5-star dining cuisine on a
This was jokes, but this might have been the highlight.
I think Mario and I had
so this was like a buffet situation. There was entertainment going on. There was a boat. We went out into the other side of the boat. There was we played a game of Mafia outside, and Niko got Mafia, and we got him out. I did not let him dupe me. I think me, Shiv, and who else was remaining? I can't remember. But we got him in the end. I also played him at a game of chess, which you need to add me, man. This guy is on Fraud Watch. He said, add me on chess.com and we can do a rematch. Because we done a game of chess in the in the van on the way to the pyramids or on the way to somewhere. And I beat him, luckily. Because I'm pretty rusty at chess. I'm not actually good at all. But that just goes to show that he's also not very good. But, we're learning.
On a boat.
So we need to have that
Everyone
rematch.
was enjoying the delicious food on offer. I think Mario and I had really earned our money with this spot. Hopefully the guests agreed, because this one cost me just under £150. And to cap off a great meal, we had a big celebration.
I am grooving. Ooh, is that grooving? I was a little bit bevved. Only a little bit.
There was no way the guests weren't loving this, which only meant more money for us. And I only had one man to thank.
We have a speech for our man right here. His name is Mario. Mario, come here. Right. So he's the best tour guide in the world. So round of applause. We love you, Mario. We do. We love you, Mario. We do. Oh, Mario, we love you. Yes.
What a night. We had smashed
Absolute
it.
legend,
After
man.
dropping the guests back to their hotel, Mario and I had some time to reflect.
We've had the most incredible day.
Yeah,
Mario
most incredible
obviously
day.
has helped me do it. Tomorrow they're going to pay for what they think it's worth. We share it together.
Yeah, of course we have to share.
Yeah?
We work like a great team here.
Yeah?
We have to say like this.
Yes. Exactly.
You and me together.
Exactly. You know my favorite thing? I genuinely believe that Mario has absolutely no idea what I mean by sharing this business with him. So the moment we get £1 million, I'm gonna have to give it to him.
Bro became a millionaire in 3 days.
So we're about to meet our clients from Sonica Holidays, and they're about to value this whole thing. And what we need is £2,046.53, aka 127,000 Egyptian pounds, to make our big 1 million. Mario, today's the day. This will be the true showing of success of Sonica Holidays.
I think we can succeed today.
Yeah, exactly. If you just follow my lead, I'll make sure we get as much as possible.
I believe in that, and I believe in you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was time for the results.
So he actually needed $2,000. So at the beginning he said he needed 1.5k, which was 300 each. But then obviously he spent a bit, so then he needed the 5k. This also took this took forever, and it brought the money down a bit. This brought the money down because realistically, I mean, it is great. I'm on a YouTube video with Niko. Not many people can say that. He took me on a holiday along with Shiv, my girlfriend, and 3 other people. Hakan, who I actually have a mutual friend with, which is kind of mad, by the way. And we initially was going to shoot this like somewhere else. He was going to bring us onto like a boat or something. And so we woke up quite early to go shoot it. And then we couldn't get the filming location. And then one area was blocked. We went round to the other side of the river. We couldn't do that. Then it was too windy. So we were driving around for about an hour and a bit, and then we went back to the hotel of which we started at, just like 2-3 hours later, which delayed the whole process. And then we eventually went to like one of the higher floors in this hotel, which luckily was absolutely empty because no one used it. When we went exploring, there was just no one using any parts of this hotel. There was a pool in this hotel. It was ice cold, and it was on like the 16th or 17th floor, so it was freezing. But I got in for a bit and then just got out. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be funny.
Find out whether this whole ridiculous journey of a video had been worth it. Will we finally make £1 million? It's time to find out. The first up to give her price was Shiv.
Shiv,
Hi guys.
we really hope that you enjoyed your trip here to Egypt.
Yeah, overall I would say it was...
What would you say
It was.
you value this holiday as?
I value people's time, and I feel like Mario here has done a very good job in taking us to all these places and giving us all this information. So I would say about 400, 500.
So we can meet in the middle? 450?
450.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Shiv.
Damn.
Thank you.
Well,
Setting the bar high initially. I forgot what we agreed on, but before we went in, they actually kind of like separated us. But we could speak beforehand. We were out on the balcony. We could speak, and then but after Shiv done this, they put her somewhere else. They put her in the hallway, just literally by the staircase, because there was no other room. Because they didn't want us to talk about it and discuss afterwards what we paid and stuff like that to kind of keep it.
Thank you, Mario. Thank you. You
Surprise.
made this experience very, very, very welcoming.
This was a good start, but up next was a slightly more critical Tom.
And I couldn't be called Tom because there was 2 Toms, so he called me Breaking the whole time, which I'm not going to complain. Hey, free publicity for the channel.
An absolute amazing time with you, Tom. Mario specifically has told me that you're his favourite out of everyone.
Amazing.
I guess the big question is, what would you value our time as?
A big part of a luxury holiday is the hotel. I think it lacked some of the more premium finishes that you'd expect from a luxury holiday. Both yourselves have been very informative. I think I probably have to put it around just under 500 Great British pounds.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Meet you. Thank you. Great to meet you too.
Thank you.
Up next was Isaac.
You've been such a...
Surprised he called him Isaac in the edit because he was calling him David the whole time. His name's David, by the way, not Isaac.
Tons of energy, so smiley.
So you should go to his
great.
socials, go to his TikTok, and call him Isaac. I'll link his TikTok actually. I'll link his TikTok in the description.
Mario specifically.
He does content.
Those are his words, and he said that you're his favourite as well.
Yeah, of course.
You said that?
Yeah, I said that. Yes.
What would you value this experience as?
Well, obviously, I think the trip as a whole has gone well. However, I am only going to say £350. The trip, a bit samey, a bit boring. Nothing outrageous happened.
Quad bikes through the desert.
David. Who said it was a bit boring? Now, what we did was sick, and the fact is that like it was so impromptu, it happened so quick. And we pay what we think it's worth. I mean, for that amount of time, obviously, if we weren't filming a video, if it was actually a legit holiday, obviously you'd do maybe a bit more because there was a lot of like waiting, the cameras and setting stuff up and talking to people. But I mean, doesn't matter at the end of the day. It was great.
Minimum.
I actually can't remember what I said, so I'm a bit nervous.
£150 would be a little bit less than we expected on this trip, I have to say.
I can bump it up if it will make you feel better.
Bump it up to what?
£351.
£351. You may as well just keep it at 350.
After Isaac's insulting price, it was clear that the pay what you think business model was a flop, as we were now destined to make a loss on the trip. As it turns out, no matter how trustworthy people seem,
What type of money would you be willing to spend on that?
Up to about £1,000 probably.
£1,000.
they'll completely stab you in the back for a cheap holiday.
500 Great British pounds.
£350.
But we could still end up with an Egyptian million in our bank, the original goal that we set out to achieve. But only if our final 2 guests decide to pay a joint £746 between them. This next one was crucial.
Honestly, breaking. Being around you, your company, you're a really, truly genuine guy. And that's what Mario had said.
Thank you.
He actually also said that you're his favourite breaking.
Oh, really? Yeah. And you haven't said that to everyone?
No.
You haven't said that to everyone, Mario?
No.
No, he hasn't. And I'm going to say this holiday is valued at £401.69p.
And you believe that that will make this profitable for me and Mario?
The best trip
I think I went on like the Google Exchange, like currency exchange, and like equated it to something. Because initially when he said the trip will be $1 million in the interview, I clocked immediately. Oh, okay, we're going to Egypt. It's going to be £1 million. He also said like the trip will cost like 10. It'll be like it was either like £5,000 or £10,000 per person. And then immediately I was like, okay, it's either we're going on a jet and it's legit, or it's Egyptian pounds. And obviously it was Egyptian pounds.
Forever.
And breaking only values that at £401.69.
Proper guilt trip.
No, I'm not crying. I feel like crying anyways. If that's what you think Mario's time's worth, then I think fair enough. You can't even push that up to like £450 or?
I can push it up to £450.
500? Could you go to 500?
Easily persuaded. Fuck. Shit. How'd I get persuaded that easy? It was Mario, to be fair. I did it for Mario, not for Sir Niko.
£450 or?
I can push it up to £450.
500? Could you go to 500?
I'll leave it at £450.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Well, breaking, thank you. Mario rescued us some money there, and there was only one person remaining.
Santan on the back of the hoodie.
Thank you. Mario rescued us some money there, and there was only one person remaining. I have to say, I was expecting a lot more from this. We need Hakan to come through with a minimum of about £300. Otherwise, we haven't made it.
Hakan was not the person that he wanted last, because he was the most savage out of us all. I don't know if it came across in the interview. I think he might have went up, but beforehand, he was, Hakan was not being promising. I didn't think he was going to pay any. I thought he was going to say 0.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, let's bring him in. Great to see you, man.
Great to see you, mate. Great to see you.
You're looking great today.
So are you.
You're looking really good, Hakan.
You're buttering me up here.
I just want to say, Hakan, you really represent just greatness, and your aura is immense. That's what Mario said. Those were his own words. And he also said that you're his favourite.
Oh, thank you.
And to be honest, I feel the same.
Thank you so much.
Hakan, if you could just take it away on what you would value this holiday as.
So I'll be completely honest with you. There were a lot of things that didn't go right on the holiday. For example, no hot water in the hotel. But what I think made this experience really great was Mario and yourself. I probably value the whole trip for myself at about £500.
I came through with the most money of us all. Or did Chiv say 500 as well? She ever said 500 or 450? I can't remember.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Cheers, guys.
We have done it. This whole video has led up to this moment. I've been trying to reach a certain goal. Just there, I hit that goal. What I want to do, I want to talk to you later properly, if that's okay. I just need a moment because this has taken me a lot of months to do.
Yeah. And while we did make it to the 1 million mark, we actually made a loss overall on the Egypt trip. And if it wasn't for
£6,000.
Oh, we did.
So the
make
whole
it to
trip
the 1
in total
million
was
mark.
£6,000. Surely not. Or was was the majority of that flights? Or does he include taking the crew? You know, like George, the two members of the production team. I want to know how that was broken up, because what we did was definitely not £6,000, unless the flights were booked very last minute. So maybe if the flights were £500-600 ahead last minute, then yeah, I can see the £6,000. But
we actually made a loss overall on the Egypt trip. And if it wasn't for True Travels, we'd be bankrupt. So it's safe to say that the pay what you think holidays isn't the best business model and will be discontinued from this point on. It was time to say goodbye to my tour group. And with them being gone, I could finally get out of the Sonico costume. It served me well on this journey, but before I gave Mario his million, it was important he met the real me.
So yeah, after that happened, we basically got in the van and we thought, oh, we're going, we're actually going. And they were like, yeah, we're going. And then George, he gave us a little heads up. He was like, no, we're going to go for the shot, circle back round, we're going to park up, and then you're going to meet Niko. And he wasn't dressed up anymore, and he wasn't in character, and he didn't know who Sonico was. And then we spoke to him for a bit, but because of the problem that happened at the start of that day, taking forever to start the filming, because we were meant to go here and there, and it was 2-3 hours. He was ideally going to talk to us for a while, but we had such a short period of time because we had to get a flight back just after midday, 2-3ish. I can't remember. But yeah, we got to speak to him. We all got to, he told us about the video, a bit more broke character. It was good. It was very, very good. I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Very grateful.
On this journey, but before I gave Mario his million, it was important he met the real me.
Mario, I have to tell you the truth now.
Yeah.
Just like your name isn't Mario,
Yes?
My name is not Sonika. My name is actually Niko Omilana.
Niko Omilana.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Niko Omilana.
Nice to meet you.
It's me, Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Yeah, of course.
So now we're on name basis.
Yeah.
You have been absolutely...
See, now I don't know if his name... Because his socials, Ahmed followed us on socials afterwards, and his socials were Ahmed Mario. So I don't know if he just added Mario. He probably just added Mario, didn't he? His name was not Ahmed Mario. He added it.
Thank you.
You have welcomed me, made all my clients
juked me
feel
again.
welcome, made my team feel welcome as well. So I just want to thank you for that, Ahmed.
First second I met you,
Yeah.
I feel you. You are very kind,
Thank
very
you.
respectful. I always believe in you.
I was very humbled when you invited me to your area, into the coffee shop where I met your friends.
Yeah, of course.
We had some Egyptian tea.
Yeah, of course.
And the fact you let me speak to your family on the phone, like you're truly just a very genuine, kind-hearted guy, and I just want to say thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you. And you welcome, Niko.
Oh, Niko. I'm Niko.
Niko, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
It might take a minute to get
Yeah,
used
of
to.
course.
Our end goal was £1 million Egyptian pounds.
Million Egyptian pounds.
Yes. And I want to give it to you.
Give it to me.
Yes, the whole thing. This is all we've been able to get out. So this is 25,000 Egyptian pounds.
You will give it to me.
Yes, I'll give you 1 million Egyptian pounds.
Are you sure for that?
I promise you, my friend, I promise you.
Why you do that?
Our whole intention of this video was to give it to someone who...
Oh, he's so
deserves
genuine,
it.
man.
You are working so hard here all the time. You really do deserve this.
Really?
I promise you, 1 million Egyptian pounds.
Oh, unbelievable. I can't believe that, you know. Guys, I have shocked right now. You know? That's so kind from you. Oh
No,
my God.
you say I told you from the
Yeah,
jump,
of
this.
course.
When we start talking like this,
He has
like
to
this.
use his fingers.
I want to thank you
Bless him.
from my bottom of my heart. You know, it's a pleasure to meet you.
No, it's a pleasure. Pleasure
yeah,
to meet you.
I'm think I'm so lucky to meet you.
I'm lucky.
Yeah, it's my
Can I get a hug from you? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
If this is 25,000 Egyptian pounds, what does 1 million look like?
I don't know.
This has been an incredible journey, starting with just 1 penny
Wow.
and ending up with £1 million. This video has taken me to all kinds of unexpected places and I've met some real heroes along the way, but there was one person I still had to thank for making all of this possible. Hello, Schmuckles. Great to see you, great to see you. I've brought you these flowers.
Oh, that's very kind of you, man.
And I've also got you this letter here. Dear Schmuckles, I really appreciate all your help. I ended up going to Egypt to complete my journey, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. You told me to get back on the horse and ride again, and that's exactly what I did. So I wanted to give you a total of £3,000, which is the equivalent of 200,000 Egyptian pounds, as a thank you. No, I'm serious.
$3,000.
I'm very grateful for everything you've done, man, honestly.
Hey, come on. Real legend. Niko Omilana was coincidentally on the same hotel the tour group ended up refunding them because yeah, we got it for free. So we all should have just said $1,000 and Mario would have got more money. Fucking idiots. Why didn't we see that? We're actual clowns. I'm so sorry, Ahmed. You could have had more money. But that's...
I have sold my Sonico
Goated.
account to Shades by Niko, the greatest sweet on earth. Strawberry, tropical, originals, they all taste amazing. Sonico's legacy will live on through these sweets, so please get them. Go to shadesbyniko.com for more information. Bye.
Yeah, they swapped the account over. Oh God, I just pressed on a video. Don't press on a video, Tom. Don't do that. Okay, well. There we go. There it is. If you guys want to... No. If you guys want a behind the scenes, if you want I can show you like unseen footage, go into detail with it. If you want Shiv on a video or the rest of the guys that went on the trip in the video, let me know. I'm probably going to do a behind the scenes one anyway, just because it was very jokes and there's a lot of stuff that obviously you don't see hardly any of it, and like the planning process and shit, but... Yeah, that was an experience, man. I'm glad it's finally out. We went in November, so it's been a very long time, but thank you for watching the video if you clicked on it. Yeah. I'll see you guys in a bit. Shout out to Mario.